So it helped me a great deal with that, and I don't rattle on so much.
And of course, by preparing and having it right and in your head and that, the thing I absolutely detest when you have to sit there is somebody that prattles on too long, goes into irrelevancies and that. Yeah. This cuts out all this, doesn't it, when you do your homework?
When you do your homework, and as we said, there's 10 speeches that you start off with doing, the icebreaker being one, and you had guidelines or things to prepare for in each one. So it cuts out that, as such, I'm not going to say waffle, but waffle for want of a better word, so that you know what you have to speak about, and therefore you know what time, so you can practice for that and get through it and know exactly what you're doing.
Are you up for a challenge?
Yes.
Okay, little break, and when we come back I'm going to throw a subject at each of you, give you a minute each and see how you fare out at it. Toastmasters are with us on Late Lunch this afternoon. Janet Graham, Sue McKinney and Vincent Smith. Members of Drogheda Toastmasters are with me on Late Lunch this afternoon. Vincent Smith, Sue McKinney and Janet Graham. OK, I threw down a challenge before the break and we got a volunteer to go first. I like it, Janet, because once you get it done, it's all over and done with, isn't it? Yes. OK, I have my stopwatch here and I have a very special little ding from Vincent's microwave machine at the end to tell you. 1 minute, Janet Graham, on Easter eggs.
Easter eggs, my goodness, they bring within me the most amazing thought. I have a daughter who, she loves chocolate, but she's very constrained. So she would put her Easter egg in the fridge with all the others, and everybody else would eat their Easter eggs, and hers would still be sitting there, and she'd have a tiny little bit of it, a little bit here and a little bit there, and everybody would be looking at her, thinking she's bound to share it with us when she's finished. But no, she would make us all suffer. She would keep that Easter egg until the very last pace of it, so that we'd all there be saliving every time we looked at it, and we'd think, I just wish she'd give in and just eat it and put us out of this agony. But she never did. Full constraint, and bless her, she always enjoyed them, and so did we.
Ding ding. Well done, Janet. Where did that idea come from? Like, do you have to just gather your thoughts there for a second to go down a line about something? Is that it? Yeah, and away you go with it at that stage. Yeah. Okay, Easter eggs. Vincent, I'm going to reset my little watch here. Hold on, when I reset this to 0 here. And Vincent Smith is next up. And I will say to Vincent Smith this afternoon, give me 1 minute, please, on rugby.
Rugby. Do I love it, do I hate it? I love it. I love to see the Irish lads out giving it all. And mind you, when you see them, the last rugby match I watched was against England, and mind you, everybody really works hard at it. I am not a sportsman as such. I'm into contact sports now, but I'm not into that. But I really admire them. The lads, when they get down in the scrum, I've heard of scrum burns. I've seen them with their ears pinned back. So I often wonder what goes on in that scrum that none of us ever see. Because I would not like to have somebody behind me pushing me into somebody else's behind. It's not a very dignified place to be. But they seem to love it. And the way they can manoeuvre and jostle one another around is absolutely fantastic. But the people that actually go to the rugby matches, you can have supporters from one side along with supporters from another side. They never fight. They'd end up having a jar in the pub afterwards, and it's all buddies together. When the Scots come over, there's nothing but all wearing kilts around Dublin, and it's a fantastic thing to watch.
Ding ding. Vincent Smith, well done to you on rugby. Good job they're not wearing them kilts when they're what you said earlier on.
We'd all get some excitement.
I'll leave that to everybody's imagination. Thank God they're in shorts and are well protected. Well done, Vincent Smith, on rugby. So, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Sue McKinney from Drogheda Toastmasters. Can you give me 1 minute, please, on bananas?
Bananas. Well, who could not love bananas? Or who could hate them? I have to say I went through a phase of bananas. When I used to play for canoe polo for Ireland, after every match we just got handed a banana. And it was just, you must eat this banana. And the coach and the manager would watch you until you ate it. I hated bananas. For one whole year, I ate I don't know how many bananas, especially during the actual time of competitions. So then I went off them for ages. But then I slowly but surely moved back to bananas. And now I make this fantastic banana bread. And I love it, so it is. So I don't actually know that I'm eating banana because it's all mushed up, nice pureed, cooked, brown sugar, white sugar, your milk, your eggs and everything. Perfect in the oven. Ding! And then I have my banana bread ready. And so I'll eat banana bread now till the cows come home. But give me a raw banana, I will never, ever, ever eat a raw banana again, Gerry.
Let me do the dings here. Ding! You tried to sidestep me there to get finished a little bit earlier. Well done to you on bananas as well. But like, that's, you know, off the cuff. You're putting somebody on the spot on live radio this afternoon, which is, you know, I know standing up in front of an audience as well. But you know, when something like that is thrown at you, Sue, again, it's about thinking on your feet. Is the work you do at Toastmasters, all you've done, the practice, does this help you?
Yeah, it does. In our Toastmasters meeting, there is a section we call table topics, and we get a chance to, as somebody will have picked topics like that. You have picked Gerry today, and they will just fire them at you, and you don't get a time to think about it. So Toastmasters allows you to think on your feet, and when you can bring that then into your actual work or whatever you need it for. And if somebody throws something at you, you're prepared. You take that deep breath. And then you just go for it, whatever comes out in one sense. But it is organised in your head because you get so used to doing it.
What's the story, sorry Vincent, what's the story about Toastmasters Drogheda branch when they meet?
Monday, at the first Monday of every month, and the second and the third Monday after that, at 8 o'clock in the Boyne Valley Hotel.
So you're on tonight? Is that right?
No,
it'll be next.
It's next week.
Because it's a competition night.
Oh, I see.
And we've had one meeting after another in February.
Yeah.
So it's
There's a break a week. So your next meeting is next Monday night in the Boyne Valley, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
And is it open to anybody to come along?
Yes, and everybody's welcome. You can come along as a guest as many times as you wish, but obviously we hope that you enjoy it so much that you'll want to become a member after a few times of coming along, and most people do.
Is there a cost involved in being a Toastmaster?
There is a cost of a membership, so there is for your year. Because Toastmasters is an international, it goes back, we have to pay some dues to America because of the organisation. Our cost would be €115 for the year, but now because we're halfway through the year, we've reduced that down to €55 for the rest
so
of the
there's
year.
a discount. And are you seasonal as well? Do you sort of start when the clock gets short, as they say, and to the dark evenings, or is it like that now?
It's school time. So
right, so you tie in with the school
so September
calendar.
to kind of May, June time.
And you get your summers off.
And we get our summers off.
To go and practice
behaviour.
what you preach. Is that it in summertime?
That's right.
Gerry, I'd like to just fill you in on something. That my daughter went off to Australia and she got a job in BP, and it was doing presentations, and she said, I have to go to a Toastmasters meeting in order to learn how to do the presentations. And she did. And what she brought to the people in Melbourne was a member from, she said she was a member in Drogheda, but she enjoyed it so much, and it's helped her in her work. And she's only 22.
Yeah, and helped her integrate in our new life and new community out there as well.
Exactly.
But you see, she should have been listening to the chip off the old block, you know what I'm saying? And she followed his footsteps. She'd have been away right as rain, as they say. But it does show you the connection, what Toastmasters means right round the world, and the linkages that can bring as well for people.
Right.
So it's a good example. So you're looking for anybody of any age, really?
Yes, well, a similar thing happened to me. I went with my sister on holiday. She has an apartment just outside of Marbella, and I looked on the internet, toastmasters.org, and found that there was a club in just outside of Marbella, and I contacted their committee, and they invited me along, and from that I made friends with a lady who played golf, which I also do, and she introduced me to the local golf club. So you never know where it's going to lead you.
It might be speeches, it might be standing up, but it brings a lot more to life as well.
Right, yes.
Look, where's the time gone since you joined me? It must be the Toastmaster vibe that we have in Late Lunch Studio today. But look, thanks a million for joining us and being a sport with us today. Again, to remember, if there's a Toastmaster branch in your local area, check them out. But if you want to get in touch with the Drogheda people, this night week, 8 o'clock, Boyne Valley Hotel. For the moment, big thank you to Sue McKinney, Janet Graham and Vincent Smith. Thank you all for joining me on the show.
Thanks, Gerry.
Thank you, Gerry.
Monday, the day that